Well, in this sexual abuse scandal in the place deemed Happy Valley has brought dark clouds over Beaver Stadium that have also extended to alumni around the country. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brittany Shannon. Well, former West Hempfield Township man faces jail time after a jury convicted him of murdering his girlfriend last summer. On the national scene with the Pennsylvania primary election only a week away, candidates fighting for the GOP nomination are making their way into Lancaster County. A Brecknock Township woman and her 18-year-old son are charged with manufacturing marijuana after police found 500 plants growing at their home. Police are charging 57-year-old Teresa Marie Reich and her son Mason Reich, who live at 1939 Bowmansville Road in Brecknock Township. And in this immediate area, despite some flooding, it's not as bad as some counties over. Carl Kern is in now to tell us what we can expect overnight. Carl? And a big event to thank veterans Memorial Day Monday is the 5th annual Salute to Vets event held at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Representative Bear, along with local sponsors, helped to provide free tickets to the Barnstormers game. The day also includes a time to say thank you. A local landmark is gone. What concerned community members are doing to make sure that this area doesn't look like this forever. I'm Brittany Shannon with today's Top 11 story straight ahead. Hi, Chad. Well, that's right. Representative Tom Creighton is hosting the hearing at Manheim Central Middle School today to discuss House Bill 111. Now, that bill places restrictions on transitional housing facilities across the state. One of those restrictions deals with the number of beds a facility can have based on the population of the community. For 19 years, a murder has haunted Lancaster County, but the victim's family, law enforcement, and even those who never knew her are determined to answer the question, who killed Christy Marak? For about 1 hour, we watch cars go by along this stretch of Route 272, and the number of people who appear to be on their cell phones from behind the wheel may surprise you. Hundreds of pigs lost their lives today after a fire ravaged a barn in West Cocalco Township. Fire crews responded to Middle Creek swine breeders located along Route 897 just before 9 a.m. As we complete the first week of the new year, many are looking to start the year off on the right foot financially. Here's 5 steps on how to control debt in 2012. What started out as a class project for students at Manheim Central High School has turned into a fundraiser, raising thousands of dollars for 3 teachers battling cancer. Right now, we're almost fully inflated. 250,000 basketballs would fit inside of here. The story is true here at Water Street Ministries in Lancaster. In 2010, almost 3 out of 10 people who walked through the mission's doors were new to homelessness, but that number is going up. A law goes into effect later this week that bans texting while driving. Today we found out what the law means and how many people will have to quit the bad habit before they're breaking the law. A car accident can happen in a matter of seconds, and according to police, distracted driving only increases your chances of a crash.
Just imagine taking your eyes off the road and just closing your eyes for up to 5 seconds while you're driving. Well,
those interested in saving money on their monthly bills, listen up. Now that I have your attention, News 11 can reveal the first energy saving tip of the week. Throughout the week, Heller Enterprises will have various ways that can help you save big at the end of the month. The tip for today only needs to be done twice a year to get results. Manheim Township Police need your help identifying a woman they believe struck a motorcyclist with her car last week and then drove off. Since last summer, the Manheim community has remained uneasy as company Minsec proposed a 144-bed community corrections facility within the borough.
You don't want to live in fear in any town you move to. The facility is 2 blocks from one of the elementary schools, 5 blocks from where my grandchildren go to school.
Thursday night, around 200 of those worried citizens had their fears put to rest.
That project's not going to happen here in Manheim.
State Representative Tom Creighton organized the hearing to make way for discussion on House Bill 111. The proposed bill would place restrictions on transitional housing facilities, permitting only 2 parolees to be housed for every 1,000 residents in the community.
I think we could handle a halfway house with 10. And we could, the churches, the ministerium would get involved and become part of the solution.
But now Manheim won't have to worry about that.
In Manheim, we're placing that on hold while we work with the county to find a more suitable location.
According to officials, Pennsylvania's prisons are severely overpopulated. By establishing halfway houses, prisons would have more space for serious criminals. Plus, some say they are necessary to provide a safe move back into the community.
The question I pose to people often is this: do you feel safer when people fling open the prison doors and just let people come back you know, without any prior connections to the community? Or do you feel more safe knowing that they're being integrated slowly?
But the question remains where?
It's wide open.
He's the boy with the orange backpack, but unlike most 6-year-olds, Tony Ford carries this bag around 18 hours out of the day.
And that backpack is keeping me alive.
Tony was born with a rare intestinal disorder called Hirschsprung's disease.
When I was just a little baby, I got sick, really sick, so they had to take me to the hospital and put this in me.
But he does not let his illness or his backpack weigh him down.
He's like a giant firework. He's just going everywhere.
Tony needs stomach, intestinal, and liver transplants. His 2 brothers have been fundraising ever since doctors told them it would cost around $1 million.
I'm speechless because having them grow into this life and being able to give back, I didn't have to tell them.
It's amazing how everyone just bonds together. Like, it's not just our community. Like, we have people out in California, Tennessee, even out in Minnesota.
I think we're gonna get enough money, and I saw a shooting star, so I wish what I had to do, and I'm not gonna tell you.
But 9-year-old Dominic did tell us what he plans to give Tony for his 7th birthday.
I'm gonna give him a birthday gift that's so cool, and I think it's his transplant.
And with overwhelming community support, the Ford family hopes a birthday wish is soon reality.
How can you thank somebody in a whole mess of people to give life to your child? There's just not those words.